Hey guys, my name is Michael, and I'm making a quick short video for the activities I'll be doing / managing at our school science carnival. The activities I'll be talking about in this video is glue gack, a putty-like substance. You can kind of play around with and bounce off the walls and whatnot. This video portion will be talking about the science in it, a small portion of it, and the safety precautions about when you're trying to make it. And I have another video that shows how to do the activity, and you can check that out right after this one. But let's get right into this one. Basically, the kids are going to learn about the polymers by making the putty-like substance with Elmer's glue and borax solution. The mixture of the Elmer's glue with the borax solution produces a putty-like substance called a polymer. Essentially, a polymer is just a chain of molecules, something you can find in your body as well, and pretty much everything. Most liquids are composed of small molecules that move around and bump into one another. And when the liquids are by themselves like this, they're called monomers. However, when these molecules combine together in a chain chemical reaction, they can form chains called polymers. This is what happens in the case of the gack or the putty, whatever. The borax dissolves in the water in the form of borate ions. Once the glue is added, the borate ions and then the cross-linked molecules in the glue together will form a network of complex chain. This is why when you lift up the gack, you'll lift up the whole blob. In the case of the gack, you will also stretch it into strings as well. The mixture becomes more solid, and when more borax content is added into the mixture. A great way to help visually demonstrate polymers and the cross-linking of polymers to a kid is to have them make a string of beads and to examine the properties of the string of Mardi Gras beads. Have the kids place the beads on a string to form a chain of beads. The beads represent the individual molecules called monomers, and the chain of beads represents the polymer. Now have the students put a number of individual strings of Mardi Gras into a cup. You can easily pull one of the string beads out of the cup itself. Use twist ties or paper clips to connect the two strands of beads together. The twist ties / paper clips represent the borate ions, which cross-link the glue molecules. When you try to pull on the string beads out of the cup, you will pull an entire mass of the beads instead of the individual strand. The purpose of the beads and the string and the Mardi Gras is to allow a younger audience to understand the polymer and monomer molecule concept. It's kind of hard to visually understand this process without visuals, so this method helps. So when explaining to the different age groups, you have to change the level of understanding. Kindergarten to 3rd grade, students at that level will be able to see both the borax and the glue are liquids, while the gack becomes a solid substance. They'll be able to see the results of the borax and glue when it's mixed with the gack, when they mix together, and the gack is a final result. Kids from 4th grade to 5th grade, students at that level will know matter is made up of molecules and that there are three phases: solid, liquid, gases. The formation of gack is the resultant change of the state of the reactants from the two liquids to a semi-solid state, which is the borax and the glue. Students will be able to see the results of the borax and the glue mixed with the properties of the gack. But now when we're talking about middle school students at that level should know the structure of the atom and will understand it is composed of protons, neutrons, and electrons. They know the compounds are formed by combining two or more different elements, and that compounds have properties that are different from their constituent elements. Borax is a solid that dissolves in water to form ions, and this solution is a liquid. Glue is a mixture of a polymer and a water and it is a liquid. Mixing these two liquids together leads to the formation of a gel-like substance that is part solid, part liquid. A chemical reaction occurs to cause this change state of the material, and at a college level, polymers are made of individual organic molecules called monomers that can be connected together by using covalent bonds into a polymer chain. In this case of white glue, the polymer is polyvinyl alcohol, which has hydroxyl groups located along the backbone of the polymer chain. Borate ions react with the hydroxyl group along the backbone and covalently connect the two polymers chains together. Now for the safety aspect. Have the participants wear safety goggles during this activity and label the plastic bags toxic, do not eat. Wash hands after use, and make sure you put sodium borate, which is borax, to let people know what's in there. And if anything gets in anybody's eyes, so if there's eye contact, in case, just immediately flush the eyes with plenty of water for at least 15 minutes. Cold water may be used, and seek medical attention if irritation occurs. If skin contact happens, wash with soap and water. Cover the irritated skin with embalmment and get medical attention if irritation develops. Cold water may be used. If inhalation, remove to get to fresh air, and if not breathing, give artificial CPR. If breathing is difficult, give oxygen. Seek medical attention. If there's a case of indigestion, do not vomit unless directed by medical personnel, and never give anything by mouth to an unconscious person. If there's large quantities of material that's swallowed, then immediately seek 911. And if you can, loosen the collar or tie or waist or belt or whatever on the clothing. So other than that, that's pretty much it for this topic, and see you in the next one.